all this relationship conversation, all this relationship talk, all this love and all that others, all these different conversations that everybody keep having, acting as if something magical is gonna happen or something. In my opinion, in my analysis through everything that I study and everything that I see, having a successful relationship in totality of life really doesn't mean anything because, like I always stated in a lot of some of my other points, you're focused on having a successful relationship when you don't know anything to teach anybody. You don't have anything to offer anybody. This could be male driven, whichever direction the conversation needs to go. But not having anything to offer anybody, not having anything to really be able to ensure to anybody. And why is that? Because you're a subject of slavery. Like I don't know where everybody gets having this conversation about relationships and family and dating. I don't know where this conception comes from that you're free enough to really do that. You're not free. Like, what are you talking about? Like, civil rights was literally damn near 30 years ago. If you really think about it, that was like 30 years ago. Like, that was now, let's say 60 years. But relatively, that was 30 years ago. That was one person's lifetime. Like, civil rights, like Jim Crow, your grandmother's lifetime. Slavery, your great grandmother's lifetime. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you sitting there, all these panels and everybody talking about, the worst relationship experience? You should have horrible relationships. We're in the middle of slavery. They kill our children on national television. They promote our women to be sexual objects. They teach us instant gratification and destruction. Where are we going to get a successful relationship out of any of that? Yet again, you don't have anything to offer a person. You don't have anything greater to contribute to the conversation other than your body, other than your idea of what a perfect relationship is. A relationship, like, are we going to create a system so that our kids can grow up free? Or are you too busy because you can't be happy and have an orgasm like you want? We're just going to end heterosexual relationships. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that shit sounds good. But in reality, what the fuck are you talking about? What type of solution is that? My solution is I'm going to take my American ass all across the world and spread my American theories on women that actually grew up in culture and grew up. Like, they didn't grow up to date and to have sex with you because you're a fucking American. They goddamn grew up in the culture society. Now you taking your American ass or your United States ways all around the motherfucking globe, disrupting people, teaching people bullshit because we won't sit here and fix what the hell we need to fix. I don't get that. Like, like, yeah, I be in relationships. Of course, I know the importance of treating somebody right. And no, I don't always treat people right. No, I don't even, no, I don't. It'll be nice. I'm getting better, been better, But, nigga, are we going to get out of this system? Are we actually going to do something to free us, to help us, to create something so that our world doesn't just end? Like, what is, I don't, the point, like I say, the exceptions that a lot of people come to, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And the fact that everybody just sitting around talking about relationships and relationships and relationships, and that's the biggest thing in the world is our relationships. I'm not saying that it's not important the way that we treat each other and the fact that we need to treat each other better. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. That's not what I'm disagreeing with. But my point is, you could create the best relationship in the world, and then you get in the car to go drive down the street and the police pull you over and kill both of y'all because y'all niggas look suspicious. So shout out to that great relationship that just got shot 37 times. Like, don't you? That's what I'm saying. Like, what do people be talking about? Or what do people? Why? Like, why do you allow people to tell you that that's what's important? And I'm really talking to women, because women led and were at the forefront of most of our movements. The reason now that they have women so concerned with self-aggrandizement of self in the relationship conversation, because if you start talking about the things that actually bother you, like all the creepy men in your environment, like the fact that you can't get justice in the hospital, the fact that you can't get even human interaction when dealing with damn near anybody. Like, but so I don't want you to talk about that. So talk about relationships and bash your partner. Because if you're gay, the lesbian women be beefing with the stud women, the men and the women be beefing with it. Like, nigga, are we gonna change this system, or we just gonna sit around and act like we don't know what the problem is? Because that's all I see. We all sitting around acting like we don't really know what the problem is. How don't you know what the problem is? You sit here, you quoting this and you talking about this, but then you just talking as if you got free. You're talking as if you own resources somewhere. You're talking as if you own the means of production. Like, what are y'all talking about? I want my woman to, I want my woman to help me, hold me down. The nigga, so my main point though is that yes, we definitely, like, the family is the nucleus to the whole to the country. I'm not disagreeing with that, but having these conversations as if you have rights and as if you have choices, that's where this shit keeps getting lost at. Black women, or these different narratives. Black women make all the money. You're not a threat to his society, so you can get certain jobs. Same reason why a homosexual male can get certain jobs. You're not a threat to him. He'll allow you to sit right there, because what are you gonna do to him? You're gonna tell his secret? That's the best you can do. You can't oppose nothing. So, and these theories that people have and all this whatever type of logic that people run around with, and then because I'm a man and I said something, the first thing to say is, oh, he's misogynist. He doesn't know what he's talking about because he's a man. Now, when us as men did that to women, that's where this word even comes from. To completely outcast your thought based on your gender. Guess what the fuck, quote unquote, white men used to do to everybody in this original society? Nobody gave a damn what the hell you said. Nobody cared what your thought was. Nobody cared about any of that. But yet again, having us two having this argument with each other, that's erroneous. That doesn't get us to the bigger point. Because why are we still in the, why are we born into a system that creates this strife and this tension between us? We're never going to talk about that. We're just going to just keep talking about the fact that what we do to each other. We're not going to talk about the fact that somebody placed us in this situation for it to happen. And then when I say that, people say, like, oh, well, you're men. We're supposed to magically fight for us up out of there. Like, understand that we are in a country that's not ours. We can fight all day long. What is the bigger point? What is the goal of you fighting? Do you think you're going to punch somebody in the face and shoot somebody, and then everything magically, we win? Like, what do you think happens? How do you think this happens? You don't understand the process of an organized movement? No, because we too busy talking about instant gratification and how somebody makes me feel. That's the basis of a fucking relationship. You're talking about how people make you feel, and how your children are not safe, just like you weren't safe. That's why you were molested. That's why you grew into the person that you grew into, because you were not safe. You were never free to be able to make an open, honest mistake. And yes, of course, it's certain people, but you know what I'm saying, hopefully. But it just doesn't really make any sense. All this relationship, all this love, all this, all this, that. Like, and can we get up out of slavery? Can we at least oppose the system to make them change some shit in our favor? All these people protesting and helping people with sexual preferences get rights. Nick, we still get killed And because it's not televised like that, you think black people aren't dying every day in the hands of police custody or some form of incarcerated custody. You know how many people die every day of that? Like you think because it's not on the news that it doesn't happen anymore? You think really the biggest thing happening in the news is Sukiana and Ada Ross? You really think that's what's important in the world? You really think that's what people in fucking Bangladesh is talking about right now? Like the whole world, man, not the United States, the world. That's what I'm saying, man. Like everybody's so shallow, so quick to judge, hard to hear. Like it just doesn't make any sense because nobody. Yet again, who really wants better? Who actually is fighting for better? Everybody that I keep hearing is basically talking about how to have a good sex. Because you want to have a functional relationship and you want a woman to do 50-50 and she wants a man to pay everything. All you niggas can still die. Why is that so hard? Why is that so hard? But I don't have to flip the subject because it's going to go too many different ways. But I just really always wonder why. Do you really think that matters? Like yet again, you see all this relationship shit happen. What happens when you go outside? You watch that 4-hour lecture about how to make motherfuckers respect you and how to get a true orgasm. And when you walked outside, what happened? The world magically got better, taxes got cheaper, inflation went down, gas prices make sense. You even understand how electricity works in your house? No, but you know what you're looking for in a good relationship. How do you even dust? What do you use to clean the ceiling? Show me how you clean your window. Do you clean the window sill? Do you clean the bottom of the toilet or you only clean the top of the toilet? Like, are we talking about things that actually matter in life or are we talking about shit that makes us feel good? That's all I'm trying to say, man. That's all I'm trying to say. And I hope you get mad. And I hope you take it and go run with it and make it go crazy because then I can get on the bigger stage and go even crazy. So please, talk your shit.